Yes.
I think after 5 minutes we should
Okay.
start.
Okay.
And,
Uh,
okay, okay,
that will be better. Okay. Fine.
okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Panda sir. Hello, hello.
Hello, Dr. Datta.
Oh yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello. I'm listening, sir. Hello,
Hello. Hello.
hello, sir. Hello. I'm. Hello, hello, Panda sir.
Yes, sir. Uh, I'm
Yes.
just testing whether I'm audible or not.
I
Let
see.
us see.
Oh yes.
I'm calling you.
Okay, okay,
Uh, Hello,
okay.
sir.
Oh yes, I'm listening. I hear.
Oh, so, yes, yes, okay. I'm audible then. No
Okay,
problem.
okay.
Okay. I
Yes.
was testing. Oh,
Oh
thank you
yes.
very much.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you. Sir.
We are going to start within 1 minute, sir. Okay.
No problem, sir.
Okay, okay.
Anytime.
Hello. Tricky movies. Please join with proper name and please show your face in video at least for once. Tricky movies just left the meeting. Thank you. We want everyone to join with proper name and with good interest only. Some may have good interest, but we are puzzled with their joining name. Sorry for that. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Oh, yes. Good afternoon.
Sorry,
Hello.
sir. Good evening.
Okay, okay. No problem. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. It's almost 9 minutes late than our scheduled time. Anyway, a happy evening to every one of you. We are going to start today's event with the welcome address.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Good evening, madam. Good evening. We are going to start today's event with a welcome address. Honorable Chairperson of this National Lecture Program Organizing Committee, who is also the principal of our college, Dr. Khanindra Mishra Bhagawati sir. Honorable Resource Person Dipak Kumar Panda sir. Honorable Dr. Bhupesh Bhagawati sir, who is the coordinator of the Postgraduate Department of Commerce of our institution. Manoj Harma sir, head of the Department of Dibru College, head of the Department of Assamese Dibru College here in Dibrugarh in Assam. And all other participants from different parts of the country, including Assam and Odisha. Good evening to you all. Myself, Navarti Datta, head of the host department of this event and coordinator of this event management committee. Welcome every one of you present here in this platform. This online lecture is organized by Department of Assamese of DHSK Commerce College, Dibrugarh, as part of its national online lecture series. This is second lecture of the series concerned, and this lecture will be delivered on the topic Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa, a bridge of relationship between Assam and Odisha. The organizing institution, DHSK Commerce College, Dibrugarh, a pioneer institution of higher education in the field of commerce in the entire northeastern region, is the first full-fledged commerce college in the region concerned. Established way back in 1960, this college has been playing a vital role in expanding the education in the field of trade and commerce to every nook and corner of the region. Besides, the institution has been able to have numerous alumni achieving laurels at national as well as international level in the field of trade and commerce, banking and insurance sector, also in the field of literature, culture, as well as different sport activities. The Assamese department, the host department of this second national lecture program as part of the national online lecture series, too, besides its regular academic activities, has been instrumental in contributing towards the growth of cultural and literary assimilation among the students as well as the masses, and enriching the national integrity in the yesteryears, particularly in the last 2 decades. The department, along with other activities, organized a few lecture programs in the past commemorating the death anniversary of Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa, the doyen of Assamese literature and a great son of the entire nation. For COVID-19 situation, the department couldn't organize Bezbaroa Memorial Lecture in the last 2 years. Though today's lecture on Bezbaroa to be delivered by Dipak Kumar Panda sir was planned much earlier, but for unavoidable reasons, this has come to a reality only today. All of us know that Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa spent most of his lifetime in West Bengal as well as Odisha. In 1917, he first visited Sambalpur in Odisha and lived there till 1937. His residence, Bezbaroa House, which was about to be demolished, could be preserved only due to the efforts made by our honorable resource person, Dipak Kumar Panda sir, with cooperation from both the state government of Assam and Odisha. Sahityarathi Bezbaroa breathed his last in this tea city of Dibrugarh way back in 1938. We are very glad to organize this national lecture to mark the 84th death anniversary of this great personality with Honorable Panda sir as the resource person, the person behind the preservation of Bezbaroa Bhavan in Sambalpur, Odisha. I believe this national lecture program will enlighten all of us, all the Bezbaroa admirers. Now, I request Dr. Khaninda Mishra Bhagwati sir, the chairperson of the program organizing committee, as well as the principal of our college, to kindly deliver the inaugural speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Navajyoti Dutta. Respected Dipak Panda, journalist and advisor, Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa Smritiraksha Committee, Odisha, my dear colleague who have been participating in this talk series from outside of our college.
Sir, sound to clear हुआ नहीं?
Sir, you have to unmute.
Oh, yes, yes.
Principal, sir, you please unmute.
Organized by the... now it's okay, na?
Yes, sir.
It's okay now.
Okay, it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome respected Dipak Panda and you all to the national online series, lecture series, organized by the Department of Assamese and associated by IQAC cell of our college on the topic Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa, a bridge of relationship between Assam and Odisha. Taking this opportunity, I would like to offer my heartfelt thanks to respected Dipak Panda because whenever we search any literature regarding Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa, then usually his name comes in the front line because he was behind all these issue of protecting and preserving Sahityarathi Bezbaroa's houses, which are used by our respected Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa in Odisha. So I offer my heartfelt thanks to Dipak Panda because only for his association we feel very proud and we hope that this lecture series will broaden up and also enlighten us with many issues which are hidden or not known to us. We all know that Laxminath Bezbaroa was a great Assamese personality. It is not necessary to say and repeat. We all know from our school life and also in general, everyone is familiar with his contribution towards Assamese literature. And even somehow we are also familiar that he was in Sambalpur for at least 20 years he was there. And he used a house which has been protected by the Odisha and Assam government with the support of the person like Dipak Panda and others who have been associated with the protecting of this house, and that is a great opportunity for all of us to recollect the house of Laxminath Bezbaroa. If we look into the say staying of Laxminath Bezbaroa in Sambalpur, then it is around 20 years from 1917 to 1937 he was there. And very proudly we can say the Bahi, which was a good magazine at that time, that was initially published from Kolkata, but later on the editorial works were also done from Sambalpur, and that is why we are having a good say, relationship with the Odisha and also Sambalpur as a whole, and the people who are fighting for protecting and preserving all these say monumental or other things or house of Laxminath Bezbaroa, they are really working on behalf of us. We are very thankful to all those peoples and government for taking this initiative. Recognizing Bezbaroa's association and contribution to the Assamese literature and culture, a bonding was developed in between Odisha and Assam. This is usually we feel because of this contribution of Laxminath Bezbaroa in the literary arena, the people of Odisha and the people like Dipak Panda, they felt that well he was a great contributor to the Assamese literature, and nearly I understand many things which has been spoken by the Odia people, because somehow there are some sort of say proximity in language, though it is not exactly spelled in the same way or not exactly as like Assamese, but still we are having some sort of say a relationship, and that relationship is reflected by their effort, the people's effort, the government effort, uh, the house of Laxminath Bezbaroa. So probably that type of contribution attract the people like Dipak Panda and other to preserve the houses of Bezbaroa, even by overcoming many challenges. Because I have gone to some literature, I found that initially the people were not supporting the move to protect the houses, and there was lots of litigations, and all this has been overcome with the wholehearted support of people like Dipak Panda. So, as head of the Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa Smritiraksha committee, Dipak Panda took all the pain in carrying out and also in struggling for the preserving of the Laxminath Bezbaroa house. So we are as a whole very thankful to Dipak Panda and all the people of Odisha and also to the government of Odisha. The bonding and feeling was the workplace of Laxminath Bezbaroa. Actually, because of Laxminath Bezbaroa's residence, we are now in position to have discussion like the bridging of relationship between Odisha and Assam. So that is why I want to just mention that only for Laxminath Bezbaroa and only to protect the Sadhana Griha, his houses, we are in a position to discuss all these things. The person who has worked for the preservation of houses and recognition of Laxminath Bezbaroa's presence in Odisha is rightly given today an opportunity to be with us. And I am very thankful to Dr. Navajyoti Bhatto, because these people should be known by all of us. And it's a great opportunity for all of us to hear, to listen, to interact with that kind of people who has been struggling and working for the preservation of Laxminath Bezbaroa, and also giving an opportunity for the Assamese say artists and culturalists. So I am very thankful to Dr. Dipak Panda, and I hope this type of discussion or deliberation will give an opportunity to all of us to go inside or deeper inside to know the relationship between Odisha and Assam, and also the contribution of Laxminath Bezbaroa in making or in building a relationship between Assam and Odisha. With these few lines, I declare that the deliberation and interaction is open to all. And I again very much thankful to respected Dipak Panda and also all the participants who have been participating in this lecture series, and hope in future also we will be able to get same support with same spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Sir, for your valuable speech, through which you have, hello, through which you have given all of the participants a basic idea about the importance of the today's topic of the second national lecture of the national lecture series organized by the Assamese department. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. Am I audible? Principal, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now I am going to give a brief introduction about our resource person, Dipak Kumar Panda, sir. Actually, Dipak Kumar Panda, sir, has immense activities to his credit. So it's just a formality to give a brief outline about his dedication as well as personality and identity. Because I believe he is a known personality, not only in Odisha, West Bengal or Assam or Northern India, but in the entire country. Dipak Kumar Panda is a well-known journalist and presently serving as the news editor of the Agnisikha Daily, published from Sambalpur, Odisha. Besides associating himself with the profession of journalism, Mr. Panda, a prolific writer, has been a regular contributor of different newspapers as well as magazines for decades. Mr. Panda, a graduate in arts and a holder of a diploma in film direction from Devi College of Film Direction, Chennai, also has acted as an assistant director in many films, including 2 in Oriya, 1 in Kannada, and 1 in Tamil. A state awardee for the best story for the film, Sambalpur language film, Ulugan, Mr. Panda has also penned several plays. A passionate history researcher, Panda sir has minimum of 15 books on the history of Sambalpur, of which the 528-page Sambalpur and Sambalpur Itihas book written in Oriya language is regarded as a reliable history book on Sambalpur. Another book on temples of Sambalpur written in Sambalpuri language is also a bestseller. Likewise, the Sambalpur and Sambalpur Itihas. Sambalpur Itihas is the result of his 35 years of research works. This book, along with another of his books written about the temples of Sambalpur, are regarded as the masterpieces of his literary as well as research activities. Some other books of Mr. Panda are presently going through the printing process. It is pride for all of us that he is regarded as the living encyclopedia of Sambalpur history. Mr. Panda has also authored 4 books on Bir Surendra Sai, the great son of Sambalpur. Of them, 2 in Oriya, 1 is in English and Hindi. Mr. Panda also took initiative to install a statue of the great hero at Asirgarh in Madhya Pradesh, the final resting place of the hero Bir Surendra Sai. Mr. Panda also discovered 3 heritage sites in Sambalpur town related to the Gupta era and a big Nataraj sculpture, which proved establishment of Sambalpur township prior to the 6th century, as people believed earlier. A dedicated lover of heritage, Mr. Panda has also documented 34 submerged temples. Also, he led the Mahanadi Valley Heritage Survey team, which performed an extensive work of heritage preservation. He is also the key person of preserving many heritage sites of Sambalpur, like Rani, Bakri or Queen's Palace, Town Hall, as well as Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa's house in Sambalpur, which could be preserved only due to his efforts with cooperation from both the governments of Assam and Odisha, as we have said earlier. Besides, Mr. Panda is known as a social activist too. He is associated with many social socio-cultural organization of Odisha as well as of national level in different capacities. Some of them are Itihas Sankalan Samiti, Odisha Posim, Srujani, Bhim Bhoysear, Gangadhar Meher University, Sambalpur, Intas, Sambalpur Chapter, Hirakhand, Samukha. Besides, presently he is rendering his selfless services as the chief advisor of the Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa, Smritiraksha anniversary of Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa, the doyen of Assamese literature and the great son of the nation. Now, I request Mr. Panda sir to kindly deliver his lecture on the topic Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa, a bridge of relationship between Assam and Odisha in today's national lecture program. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you.
please.
Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I am conveying my homage to Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa on his death anniversary. I want to thank you all for your participation in this national online lecture. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to all the staff of DHSK Commerce College of Dibrugarh, Assam for inviting me for the lecture. My special thanks to Dr. K.M. Bhagavati, esteemed chairperson and principal, also to Dr. Navajyoti Datta, the convener and head of the Department of Assamese, and Dr. T.P. Upadhyaya, coordinator of Internal Quality Assurance Cell. Friends, the subject is vast, but I am not going to speak for hours. I am making it precise. There is an invisible bridge in between Odisha and Assam. This was created long back when Buddhist monks used to travel from one place to another. You all know about Charjagiti, the Buddhist dohas, which is written in such a language to which the Assamese, Bengalis, and Odias claim as their own language. There are many words which are purely Sambalpuri, the language of Western Odisha to which I belong. But the first pillar of the invisible bridge is created by Sriman Shankar Deva, who visited Puri twice. He spent many years at Puri. It's Sriman Shankar Deva who took Jagannath cult to the land of Assam. An artist by name Karala Badhei sculptured the deities of Jagannath for Shankar Deva, which was installed at Dhuahata. Pilgrims from Assam in large numbers visit Puri, while people from Assam visit Kamakhya. It is going on since centuries. The Gajapati king of Puri used to issue letters to the superintendent of the temple to grant special privilege during the visit of important persons. One such letter is found written in 15th century CE. The Ahom king Dikinga Raja sent a delegation to King Vikramasena with precious donations for Lord Jagannath. Vikramasena is identified with Gajapati Pratap Rudradev. King Jayadhwaja Singh invited a man from Kuch Bihar to his court, who visited Puri as a pilgrim. King Jayadhwaja Singh installed a deity of Bansi Vadana or Sri Krishna at Gadambara Satra, which was taken from Puri. Ramachandra Deva, the second, issued such letter for few pilgrims of Assam in 1732, while the Gajapati of Puri issued letters for King of Assam on 16 April 1788 and 13 November 1750. Another letter was issued in 1876 for Bhoga Bahadur, King of Gora. On these directives contained in the letters, King of Assam given silk cloths of the god. They were felicitated for their visit to Puri temple. The second pillar is erected by the tea garden workers who migrated from Odisha to Assam. Most of them migrated from Sambalpur and Balangir districts of Odisha. Tea District Labour Association of Sambalpur was recruiting labourers and was sending. The migrants are Assamese now, but trace of Sambalpuri culture and tradition is still found in them. The third pillar is erected by none other than Sahityarathi Laxminath Bezbaroa. At the beginning of 20th century, when the globe was not small like today, it can hardly be believed that anyone from Assam ever heard about a place called Sambalpur. Nobody from Sambalpur ever knew anything about Sipsagar or Dibrugarh, not even Guwahati. Man born at Ahadpuri, Assam, was his college at Kolkata, reached Sambalpur by destiny. He landed at Sambalpur first time as representative of D. Borwa and Company, where he was partner. After visiting Sambalpur for a number of times, he became friendly with Advocate Devendranath Sen of Sambalpur. When Mr. Sen or family members used to visit Kolkata, they used to stay with the Bezbaroas in their house. Bezbaroa became the local guardian to the son of Mr. Sen when he was studying in Calcutta. Due to differences, Bezbaroa left D. Borwa and Company and tried his luck by selling message oil, tea, and insurance in a series which could not bring good result. Then he was picked up by the Bird and Company. He joined the multinational firm in 1916. He was made the in charge of Sambalpur area, for which he had to come to Sambalpur on 4th September 1817 to stay here permanently. Before this, since the starting of 1900, he used to come in 1 or 2 years gap irregularly to represent B. Borwa and Company. But in 1917, he came permanently to stay at Sambalpur. We can well understand that it was the destiny which brought to Sambalpur as the representative of B. Borwa and Company. It was the destiny which created a rift for which he parted away. And it was the destiny for which he was picked up by the Bird and Company to become its representative for Sambalpur area. Friendship with Mr. Jane Sen could be a great help, as Bezbaroa, along with his wife, stayed in his house for a while. Bezbaroa associated himself with the society of Sambalpur, became friendly with many, staged plays, and even became the councillor of Sambalpur municipality for 2 terms, that is for 10 years. After staying in 2 rented houses, finally he moved to the house which he constructed in 1924. He also constructed another house at Jharsuguda and few huts in different forests. When we go through his more Jivan Smaran, he has given detailed information about the house he constructed at Sambalpur and how he moved in 1924. At the front side, the flower garden was having, and at the back, the fruit garden he was having. And it was adjoining of the SP residence and also Mahanadi Club. It was European. It was called as European Club at that time, and the tea garden, that one was also there. When a man goes out of his native place for livelihood, usually he goes far away from his mother tongue, culture, tradition, and so on. He becomes a man of the place where he stays. Nowadays, what we find that if a person is going out from his native place or state or country then he is going far away beyond from his own soil, language, culture, tradition, everything. So it is hardly believed that in such a time, in the early 20th century, a man comes to a faraway place doing timber business, does a great service for his motherland and mother tongue. To bring back the Assamese glory and Asmita, the identity, he touches all departments of literature. He gives solid foundations through his creations. Not to forget that he was married in Tagore family. This family was pioneer in many ways. There were much possibility Bengali, literally, but instead he stood firm and became a true Assamese with self-consciousness. The land of Sambalpur becomes glorified because the best of his writings are created here. Many of his short stories are created on true incidents which occurred at and around Sambalpur. The short stories are Ratan Munda, Mogniyar Budha, Swana, Dasbantar, Barichoa, Bhoera, Marjaro, Adikanya, and Sip Prasad. Each and every story has the background of Sambalpur and adjoining area. Like Ratan Munda, the occurrence, the plot was taken from Sasan railway station, which is very close to Sambalpur city. And Barichwa is about his garden, the kitchen garden. And like Mogniyar Ratan Munda is taken from the occurrence which was held in Sundargarh district. Now that is Bonai, it was Bonai state, and he taken the plot from there. Bonai is now in Sundargarh district, another adjoining district of Sambalpur. So like this, he has picked up many true stories, many true incidents to create beautiful short stories. More Jivan Smaran, the autobiography contains many things about Sambalpur. Dina Lekha, edited version of his diary, and Patra Lekha, edited version of his letters too, contains much about Sambalpur area. The socio-cultural life of Sambalpur area is reflected in the writings of Bezbaroa. There are sufficient reasons for both Assam and Odisha to feel proud for Bezbaroa. Assam, his Janma Bhumi, Kolkata is Shiksha Bhumi, and Sambalpur is Karma Bhumi. Mr. Pratap Bhagavati of Dibrugarh University has rightly mentioned, I quote, the first is in Assam enabled Bezbaroa to thoroughly understand the cultural milieu of Assam and to strike his roots into the physical and cultural environment of the state. The second phase at Kolkata broadens the mental horizon of Bezbaroa and fecundates his creativity. The third phase at Sambalpur acquaintance Bezbaroa with the stern realities of life and the world. Bezbaroa's life and literary activities at Sambalpur made Sambalpur a familiar place for the Assamese people, and Sambalpur will remain emotionally attached to the people of Assam. People opt for rental house for short stay, but builds own house to live permanently. Bezbaroa constructed his house at Sambalpur as he was the permanent citizen of Sambalpur. He was to return back to Sambalpur. The dates was also finalized, but he was a great son of soil, so he breathed his last at Dibrugarh in Assam because of destiny. He had 3 daughters and no son, so there was nobody to stay at Bezbaroa house after his demise. But still, his legacy, his memory is alive with the 2 houses Sambalpur is having. Again, I would say, it was the destiny. That's why the house were sustained for such a long time, though there was nobody to live in that house. Again, I would mention about B. Barua, because B. Barua has donated his Jharsuguda house for government health center, which ultimately became the district headquarter hospital of Jharsuguda. He also generously donated for a hostel in Manmohan School of Jharsuguda. The bridge between Assam and Odisha is strong even today, with a solid foundation pillars. A new pillar is erected recently by conserving one of the two houses of Bezbaroa at Sambalpur. I hope the second one, living house of Bezbaroa, will also be conserved soon. Apart from holding the memories, Bezbaroa House will create an atmosphere for Odisha Assam literature and cultural coordination and exchanges. I have gone through some writings of Assamese teachers and students on subjects like a comparative study on Bezbaroa and Fakir Mohan. I have gone through many writings on Jagannath. Many Odia poems are translated into Assamese. I myself have translated few of the Bezbaroa short stories into Sambalpuri language. Nirmali Mahanta has written few things about Odisha in Assamese. Also, she has translated Budi Aru Sadhu in Oriya language, while Mr. Govardhan Sahu of Titlagad, Odisha, have translated the same into Sambalpuri language. People visiting Odisha can make Sambalpur their first destination. From here, they can go to Puri and can return back to Assam. It will be a route of literature, culture, and pilgrimage. Sambalpur area has many things to offer to the visitors of Assam. I did not want to make it long, so let me stop here for the reason that we can interact and can take any question if there is in minds of the viewers. Thank you all for giving me a patience hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for enlightening all of us with your brief but very important speech that enlightened about the contribution of Bezbaroa, being himself, making himself as one of the pillars they are in Sambalpur, making their the society they are enriched and making a bridge between the people of Assam and Odisha. In this short speech, you have tried to enlighten the sides of language and social commitment, dedication, everything. Actually, we have to learn many other things from you, I think, and if in the course of conversation, interaction, these things come to light necessarily, we would have the chance to listen from you more. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Luku Morang, hello, Luku. Mr. Luku Morang, are you there? Hello. 1 minute. Okay, honorable participants, please, you may have many doubts or queries in your mind regarding contribution of Bezbaroa, how he has become the bridge between the people of Assam and Odisha, regarding his literature. There are many things, many points. You may have some queries after listening Dipak Kumar Panda sir's lecture too. Please, you can write these as messages in the chat box, or you can directly speak to Panda sir. Our colleague Luku Morang sir, head of the Department of English of this institution, will conduct the interaction session. Till then, please raise your queries.
Panda sir, thank you so much for your enriching deliberation. We really enjoyed it and learned so many new things related to Assamese Maestro Bezbaroa's life. I believe all of us have been immensely benefited with your observation on Sahityarath's life and contribution. Now the floor is open for interaction. The participants can ask questions. They can post their questions in the chat box, and they can also unmute themselves and ask their questions directly to our honorable resource person.
Okay, Luku sir, please switch on your video. We have not seen you. Luku Marang sir.
Yes, sir. I am sitting outside, so that's why.
Still, we'd like to.
I was not.
Show your
Okay.
face. We'd like to show your face to the participants. That is.
Participants, if you have any queries, any questions, then you can just type it in the chat box, or you can directly ask to our resource person.
Or they can add any comment too.
Yes,
Sure.
yes. Any comment, observation.
Anything that is related to the session. Our many honorable academicians are there, students are there. Manu Sharma sir are there, Dr. Bhupesh Bhagwati sir, Smritiraksha madam.
অংশগ্ৰহণকাৰীসকলে যিকোনো ধৰণৰ কিবা যদি কুৱেৰি আছে জানিবলগীয়া যদি কিবা কথা আছে বা ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকলে সুধিব পাৰিব অসমীয়াতে হ'লেও সুধিব পাৰিব
অসমীয়া বাংলা হিন্দী
হয় যিকোনো ভাষাতে সুধিব পাৰিব
কোৰিয়া ইংলিছ যিকোনো ভাষা
তেখেতে যিহেতু বেজবৰুৱা স্মৃতিৰক্ষা সমিতি বা বেজবৰুৱাৰ কীৰ্তিচিহ্ন ৰক্ষাৰ কাৰণেও যিহেতু বহুখিনি কাম কৰি আছে এই সম্পৰ্কে যদি কিবা জানিব বিচাৰে সেইটো সুধিব পাৰিব